welcome. This module covers the different cloud service types and shares some of the use cases and benefits aligned with each service type. The goal of this video is to narrate the Microsoft Learn content, demystify these concepts, add additional information when needed, making concepts easier to comprehend, and you can follow along on the Microsoft Learn page. A triangle with MS in the center shows the page number of the Microsoft Learn unit. In this module, you'll be introduced to cloud service types. You'll learn how each cloud service type determines the flexibility you'll have with managing and configuring resources. You'll understand how the shared responsibility model applies to each cloud service type and about various use cases for each cloud service type. Upon completion of this module, you'll be able to explain infrastructure as a service, describe platform as a service, define software as a service, and identify use cases. Infrastructure as a service is the most flexible category of cloud services, as it provides you the maximum amount of control for your cloud resources. In an IaaS model, the cloud provider is responsible for maintaining the hardware, network connectivity to the internet, and physical security. You're responsible for everything else: operating system installation, configuration, maintenance, network configuration, database and storage configuration, and so on. With IaaS, you're essentially renting the hardware in the data center, but what you do with the hardware is up to you. The shared responsibility model applies to the cloud service types. IaaS places the largest share of responsibility with you. The cloud provider is responsible for maintaining the physical infrastructure and its access to the internet. You're responsible for installation and configuration, patching and updates, and of course, security. Some common scenarios where IaaS might make sense includes a lift and shift migration, which means you're standing up cloud resources similar to your own on-premise data center, and then simply moving the things running on-prem to the cloud, which will be in your IaaS infrastructure. Another use is testing and development. You have established configurations for development and test environments that you need to rapidly replicate. You can stand up or shut down the different environments rapidly with an IaaS structure while maintaining complete control. Platform as a service is a middle ground between renting space in a data center, infrastructure as a service, and paying for a complete and deployed solution, software as a service. In a PaaS environment, the cloud provider maintains the physical infrastructure, physical security, and connection to the internet. They also maintain the operating system, middleware, development tools, and business intelligence services that make up the cloud solution. In a PaaS scenario, you don't have to worry about licensing or patching for the operating system and databases. PaaS is well suited to provide a complete development environment without the headache of maintaining all the development infrastructure. The shared responsibility model applies to all cloud service types. PaaS splits the responsibility between you and the cloud provider. The cloud provider is responsible for maintaining the physical infrastructure and its access to the internet, just like in IaaS. In the PaaS model, the cloud provider will also maintain the operating systems, databases, and development tools. Think of PaaS like using a domain-joined machine. IT maintains the devices with regular updates, patches, and refreshes. Depending on the configuration, you or the cloud provider may be responsible for network settings, connectivity within your cloud environment, network and application security, and the directory infrastructure. Some common scenarios where PaaS might make sense include development framework. PaaS provides a framework that developers can build upon to develop or customize cloud-based applications. Similar to the way you create an Excel macro, PaaS lets developers create applications using built-in software components. Cloud features such as scalability, high availability, and multi-tenant capabilities are included, reducing the amount of coding the developers must do. Another use is analytics or business intelligence. Tools provided as a service with PaaS allow organizations to analyze and mine their data, finding insights and patterns while protecting outcomes to improve forecasting, product design decisions, investment returns, and other business decisions. Software as a service is the most complete solution model from a product perspective. With SaaS, you're essentially renting a fully developed application. Email, financial software, messaging application, connectivity software are all common examples of SaaS implementation. Like I use various email sources, Google, Outlook, stuff like that. Those are all considered SaaS. I don't own them, I just use them. While the SaaS model may be the least flexible, it is also the easiest to get up and running. It requires the least amount of technical knowledge or expertise to fully employ. The shared responsibility model applies to all the cloud service types. SaaS is the model that places the most responsibility with the cloud provider and the least responsibility with the user. In SaaS environment, you're responsible for the data that you put into the system, the devices that you allow to connect to the system, and the users that have access. Nearly everything else falls to the cloud provider. The cloud provider is responsible for physical security of the data center, power, network connectivity, application development, and patching. Some common uses for software as a service are email and messaging, business productivity applications, finance and expense tracking. If you are following along, sign into the Microsoft Learn using your Microsoft account and get experience points as you complete the knowledge check. And I'd like to thank you for watching.